Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my unboxing and first impressions video of the UtechSmart Venus MMO gaming mouse. First, I'm going to extend a huge thank you to UtechSmart for giving me the opportunity to review this mouse. I'm going to link their Amazon and Newegg pages in the description of this video where you can buy this mouse. But I don't really play many MMOs. Actually, I don't play any MMOs actively at the moment, but one game that has really caught my eye is the Elder Scrolls Online. So it's the perfect opportunity for me to get into MMOs by reviewing an MMO mouse as I'm playing the Elder Scrolls Online. Without further ado, let's open the package. So my first impression upon taking this mouse out of the box is this thing is big and it's extremely comfortable. What I really like my mice to have is a ring finger rest, which in my FPS mouse, the CM Storm Zornet, which you guys already know about, I have a ring finger rest on it. And I also like to claw grip my mice, even though bigger mice are better for palm style grip gaming. I think I can claw grip this pretty comfortably. The USB cable is nicely braided and it's gold plated, so we have that going for it. Additionally, we do have weight tuning cartridges so that you can adjust the weight of the mouse. We have a quick start guide. We have the business card for the company, and we have a driver's CD, it looks like. So, oh yes, we also have additional feet that you can stick on the bottom of this mouse. And yeah, these look like Teflon coated feet, and I'm going to go ahead and get this mouse set up, and we're going to take a look at all of the features. Alright, so I've gone ahead and installed the mouse drivers, and right out of the box the mouse feels fantastic. I'm going to talk you through some of the primary features. This mouse has 19 total buttons, 18 of which are programmable. On the side you have 12 buttons, and the 5 and the 8 buttons are indexed with ridges so that you know where you are at all times, just like how the F and J keys are indexed on a keyboard. So I think I'm going to use 5 as forward and 8 as back, just like a regular mouse with side buttons, and I'm going to program everything else as needed. You have your DPI adjustment buttons, and the lights indicate what level of DPI you're on, and you can change the settings, the increments, to be whatever you want. So you could have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. This mouse goes up to 16,400 DPI at the highest, and that's overkill for any kind of application I can think about, unless you're playing at, I don't know, 8K resolution. But for me, I think I'm going to still play at 2,000 DPI for 1080p. If I ever move up to 1440p, I'm probably going to bump that up, but for now, 2,000 is okay for me. 16,000 DPI is there if you do need it. The scroll wheel is very responsive. It's a little bit looser than I'd like it to be. Some will like a more loose scroll wheel, some will like a tighter scroll wheel, but my personal preference is for a tighter scroll wheel, but you may like the looseness. The click in the middle is very responsive. I like the click of the scroll wheel a lot. You have your standard left and right clicks, but you also have this button, which is effectively a triple click, but you can change that to be whatever you need. And what else do we have? I've already talked about the finger ridge, and that matches what I've had on my CM Storm Zornet for a while. I like to be able to claw grip, and I can still claw grip with this mouse, but just due to the sheer size of this mouse, I think a lot of people are going to want to palm this mouse, but I'm going to try and claw grip this as best as I can and describe my experiences trying to claw grip this mouse. And then finally, you have your profile switching key here. So it'll cycle your profiles really quickly. Moving on, you have your weight adjustment, and I've gone ahead and put all the original weights in. So there you go. You can distribute the weight plates however you want, but I've gone ahead and put everything in. So with a heavier mouse, it's more difficult to overcorrect your movements. So I think I'm going to make my mouse heavy for a while. Some people will like a lighter mouse, and if you want, you don't have to use any weights at all. You can even take the entire, this tray out entirely and use that to shave off a few grams. The sensor is laser as opposed to optical. I've used an optical sensor on a lot of my mice. The Razer Orochi that I use with my tablet has a laser sensor. Laser sensors do well on hard surfaces, and this Razer mouse pad is a harder surface than this SteelSeries mouse pad, so it'll track better there. The performance difference between laser and optical, again, is basically what surface you're playing on. If you want to play on a table without a mouse pad, you can use a laser mouse, and that'll perform a lot better than using an optical mouse. And what other surface features do I want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it for the surface features. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my desktop capture so I can show you the software this mouse has. Okay, desktop capture should be on right now. This mouse has adjustable polling rate, but 1000 Hertz is really where you want to be. You can adjust how quickly your double click speed is. You can adjust how quickly your scroll speed is. I would keep this as a standard, and I would keep acceleration as 0. Some will like acceleration, but for all intents and purposes of the modern first-person shooter, acceleration is going to make it a lot more difficult to learn twitch movements. Let's see. There you go. You can change these side buttons to be whatever you want. So let's change number 1 to a macro, and I'm going to change it to, or a combo. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this as Alt F12, which is my Shadowplay record, and 2 is gonna do a combo, and Alt F10, that's my Shadowplay shadow capture, and 3, let me see if I can do a macro real quick. So macro manager, oh, well, here is where you can record, like, delays and stuff. So if I want to do like B13 to buy an M4 in Counter-Strike Condition 0, you can immediately set it as, wait, did I say B13? No, that would be Global Offensive. I think the M4 is a 3 on Global Offensive. I haven't played it in forever, but in Condition 0, I think the M4 was B14. Sorry, no, it's not even B1. Oh, sorry, the 1 is pistols. 1 is pistol, so B14 would be buying a Deagle. B34 would be buying an M4. Okay, let's go back to talking about the actual mouse. I just nerded out for a second there. So you can set macros, and I don't think there is a limit to how long your macro chain can be. The DPI, again, I showed you how you can set your different DPI increments to whatever you want. And the lighting, they advertise 16 million lighting combinations, but I'm going to go with, I think I still like the more olive teal color. And you can also adjust whether the lighting pulsates or whether it's just on at max brightness at all times. I think that's pretty much it for preliminary features of this mouse. Thank you very much for watching, and again, thank you to UtechSmart for letting me have the opportunity to review this mouse. I will check back with my final review after about 25 to 50 hours of the Elder Scrolls Online and using this mouse to its maximum potential. Thank you again, guys.